into this NTU and UC Berkeley Internship Exchange Fellowship. And this is where Navajo Technical University is collaborating with UC Berkeley students. So there's one UC Berkeley student, there's one Navajo Tech student, and they both are into this AI that we've been talking about that's showing up everywhere on the internet. People are making AI pictures and all kinds of crazy things. And, you know, I'm just anxious to finish hearing what's going on and what they're doing and how they're collaborating. So we have our two female guests here in the studio, and I would like for you guys to introduce yourself. And we're going to start off with the Navajo Technical University student. Go ahead.
Yade Shannon Smith and Shia Nanastation Shlon Kia Ani Bashichin Twomp Bahan Tashiche the Turichi Ni Dashanala. I go to school here on NTU, the main campus in Crown Point, and I am studying, getting my bachelor's in business administration.
Okay. And next?
Yaate, I am Sharon Washira. I'm from Kenya, and I'm studying development engineering in UC Berkeley, focusing on natural resource development. So basically, I just figure out how tech can help communities rather than extract for them. And I'm happy to be here in Crown Point.
Thank you. I like your enthusiasm there. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I've been here for 23 years. I'm not as happy. No, I'm just joking. No, I love it out here. It's beautiful out here. And thank you for visiting our school and, you know, working with our students, you know, and, you know, helping our Dene people, you know, own the things that we need to own, you know, and you know, and empowering them for their education. So you guys are team 2, and you guys deal with micro credentials. And I heard you guys earlier talking about, you know, the micro credentials and compared to team 1. So can you give me a little background on that, Mrs. Sharon?
Miss.
Miss, sorry.
So it kind of differs with the AI curriculum design, because the first track is making a course for the NTU students, and it's a credit course. But the micro credential is kind of different from that, because it's not a credit course and it's open to community members as well. So you don't have to sit in class and learn and cram things. It's more project based. So like for the first track, you get AI literacy and ethics so that you don't share Navajo community secrets with the AI. And then from there, you get to build with whatever focus you're interested in: healthcare, agriculture, education, environment, etc.
I like how you talked about, you know, sharing the Navajo secrets, keeping that stuff, because there are secrets that are out there, things that we are not supposed to share at certain times, or whatever the case may be. Have you ran into any situations like that, or would you like to, you know, elaborate a little bit more on that?
I would say the only thing we probably run into are like the ceremonial and traditions that, you know, we don't want to be putting out there,
like video wise, or like
the videos or recordings,
exactly,
sharing songs,
because like those are very sacred in that sense. And also to, you know, the Navajo or the Dene people, their language is I guess it's more storytelling, right? Yes. So this is passed on. I noticed that the Navajo people don't want to digitize everything, and we have to respect that culture, especially I'm seeing now in AI. So would you guys like to talk about that too a little bit?
So especially on the preserving your community information, like the culture, when you start the micro credential till you end it, you're working on a project that serves the community. So you identify the need, and then using what you learn through the different tracks, you get to build a project. And because it's very important that what the community has stays in the community, you have to have a data sovereignty statement and ethical statement. And if there are projects that you're working on that have some secrets, you have to talk to the community elders, and then the elders will let you know whether it's okay to be there or if it's not. And if it's not, each student works with a faculty mentor and a peer advisor later on with the other cohorts. So they'll work on a way to remove that information and not share it with the public. And also on top of that, NTU got IBS approval, where they get to have their own data and not share it with big companies or other universities.
Yeah, so that means your data's on lock, right?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Completely on lock, because data is being stolen all the time, right?
Yeah.
And it's not secure as we think, That's why we have IT people, and people are constantly working on that. So is there anything else you want to tell us about the micro-credential or the collaboration that you guys have been doing together, the meetings you guys have had or a project that you're working on? Would you like to share that with us, Mrs. Smith? Ms. Smith?
Yeah, sure. So we did do a couple of outings. We went to Canyon de Chelly and Chaco Canyon, just so they can get the experience of how our Navajo culture is, and also introducing them into Navajo
ways, right?
Yes. So those have been very fun, especially when you go back to working to our project. We kind of have that in the background of how we should implement the structure and the culture, and also the ethics of what we shouldn't share and things like that.
So basically you're giving them a foundation by
Yes.
introducing them to the culture and taking them to these sacred sites and places, and and sharing what you believe in your culture and how you look at things. Now, we're talking about you sharing your culture. What about you sharing your culture? It has to be, in order for you guys both have to be vulnerable, right?
Yes.
You have to give up a little bit of yours and a little bit of yours. So what can you say about that?
I think on the sharing culture, first of all, I love the culture here, and I felt like I was resonating with everything, especially being from Nairobi. We also have a lot of those deep cultures, cultural dances. We went to Gala for an Indian dance. It was so cool.
Wow.
Yeah. Being here felt like I was back home, and I keep telling Shannon, I'm back home. Yeah, so it's been really cool with that, understanding it and feeling like I'm helping people who are very similar to me and who are very in tune with their culture. And I'd also like to add, for whoever's listening out there, you can take this micro credential. You don't have to have stress of I have to attend classes or I have assignments. It's very hands-on, and for every track that you do and whatever assignment you get, it's not like an assignment where you have to just do to get a grade, but the assignments kind of lead you towards developing the final project that you want to address. So it's very hands-on like that, and anybody can do it. Professional, community, anybody.
You can do it. I like that. I really like your enthusiasm,
Thank you.
And I can relate to what you're saying about cultural. I'm African American, a black guy, but my roots are Jamaican, and butchering and eating mutton. We eat mutton, when I first came here, I was like, mutton? Man, I know what mutton is, so I understand, that helps build this camaraderie and this team and this. You guys are building another culture on top of it, right?
Yes.
You're collaborating two cultures together, getting, so I can see that you guys are very happy in what you're doing and what you're presenting to your communities, you know,
Yes.
and what you're gonna go home and share about
Yeah.
here and what you're doing. And we're gonna wrap it up. Is there anything that you want to say before we go?
Yes. I want to shout out the roast mutton sandwich.
No doubt. You got
It's
stuck in
so
that
good.
Wow,
With
that's
the fried
awesome.
bread. Ooh.
You're gonna miss that when you go home. Huh?
Yeah, we are taking it tomorrow before we leave.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. And
Yeah,
is
she
there
has to
anything-
take one before she gets back on the plane.
Oh, wow, wow. I can't
Yeah.
wait. I can't wait.
And we will be leaving with them tomorrow.
Are you guys going with them?
Yeah. No, I mean not with
Oh,
them.
I was
just
like,
to drop
whoa,
them off at
it's
the
a big
airport.
internship.
Oh,
No,
Yeah.
that would be awesome, though. You
But
know?
they're also coming to Berkeley to
Yes.
get the exchange experience.
Okay, so that's where the exchange is happening.
Yes.
The exchange is happening when you guys go to Berkeley and
Yes.
then and you know collaborate and get these projects done and work on the curriculums and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to thank both you, Shannon and Sharon.
I know,
We're gonna
right?
call you guys
It was
the
meant to
SS
be.
team,
Yeah.
right? So,
Shasha.
Shasha, right? So I would like to thank you guys for coming into the studio and sharing this information with us about NTU and UC Berkeley Internship Exchange. It was a great pleasure to have you, Sharon, and you know to enjoy your company, and the same with you, Sharon.
Yeah, thank you so
Shannon,
much for
Shannon.
having us.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
thank you. Have a good day.
You too. We're gonna come in now with track.